Alright, my name is Austin Bachelor, and today I'm going to show you how to create simple backgrounds that give your painting depth. I'm using Procreate for the iPad Pro. However, the technique that I'm going to show you, you can also use in Photoshop, and it's not difficult at all. So, what we're going to start with, I went ahead today and took some pictures. Went out and took some pictures of some leaves and such to use in this. So, I'm going to go ahead and import one of those images. And let's see, let's try this one. So I'll bring this one in, and right now it's set behind everything, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and blow that up really big because we want this guy to feel like he's really tiny and inside a bunch of leaves. So once we get that set up, go ahead and deselect that. But right now it doesn't really look like he's sitting in it, and it looks really flat and weird, and the colors aren't quite right. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and come over to our adjustments and go to color balance and work on trying to match it up with the rest of the scene, what we want the scene to look like. And I also have over here another layer, a foreground layer, so we'll bring that on as well so we can see what we're working with. So it actually doesn't look too bad, but maybe a little bit too bright. So we're going to darken it up just a little bit. Maybe desaturate a little bit since it's kind of in the distance. It's going to be farther away from him. And then we'll go to color balance. I think we'll bring it a little bit more yellow and a little bit more red. That looks a lot better. Okay, and you know what? I think that maybe we want these leaves even bigger. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to go over here to our adjustments and select Gaussian blur. If you're in Photoshop, you would just go to effects and then select Gaussian blur as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring that all the way up, maybe about there. That looks good. Maybe a little more. And it makes it look like he's really up close to the camera and everything else is really far away, right? And that looks really awesome. Now, people sometimes are like, oh, Austin, isn't that like cheating? And no, I don't think it's cheating. I don't really think there's such thing as cheating in art. I mean, there's definitely plagiarizing, which is wrong. But as far as this goes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing whatever it takes in order to get your image to the point it needs to be, especially if you're working for a client and doing concept art or something like that. They don't really care how you got to that point. They just want to see the final image. So if this is the fastest way for you to do it, then go for it. It's totally not against the rules. So it's looking pretty good so far. However, there's still some problems with it that I'm not sure I like. This foreground element over here is kind of stuck in front of it blends into the background too much, and it's not really having any sort of contrast. So what I'm going to do is take a new layer on top of my background layer that I just created, and I'm going to set it to multiply. Okay, and then I'm going to get my brush and choose a really light gray color. Okay, and I like to put a little bit of blues into my shadow layers because it makes the light seem a lot warmer. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and get a nice big soft brush and blow all the way up and bring the opacity down just a little bit. And we're just going to brush in lightly in this area behind the trunk of this foreground tree. Okay? And what this is going to do is it's going to create some nice contrast between the background and this foreground element, because right now, since it's blurring together, it doesn't really give it that sense of depth. It just looks really mushy. And that's not what we're going for. We want it to feel like there's a field of depth and this atmospheric perspective going on with the camera lens. So go ahead and keep doing that until it looks about right. I'm going to go ahead and darken it just a little bit more. That's getting better. And then what I'm actually going to do, now that I've done that, I'm going to go back to my background layer, and I'm going to darken the whole thing just a little bit more to really set it back there. Perfect. And then just like that, tons of depth. It makes it come alive. It looks very photorealistic. And we'll turn it off really quick so you can see what it looked like before and after. And voila, it looks so much better. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you like stuff like this, please subscribe. I'll also be making more videos interviewing other creative artists working in the field, as well as drawing over and painting over people's art that they send in to have critique. So if you're interested in that, please send me your work. I'll put a link to my email address in the description. And once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching.